Hello my beautiful Bitterroots, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to do some nail art. And so I figured you guys can join me in painting nails. I have already put on my base coat to save on time. So I'm trying to use up my L'Oreal base coat. And the colors that I chose, white for a base. I have this blue-gray color by Ciate. Basically, my inspiration is my new scarf. If you guys watched my FabFitFun video that I just put up, or if you are watching my Instagram, I put that blue and white checkered scarf or plaid scarf as a favorite. So I'm like, I want to put that on my nails. But instead of the traditional blue, I'm going to use this blue-gray just because this is in my project polish, so I just want to get it used up. And this was Julep and Bridget, by the way. It's just a plain white cream polish. And then I'm picking up this OPI polish. This is in the color Dazzling Dewdrop. So this is, again, in my project polish. I have been, like, completely and totally obsessed with this polish this winter, or this fall. When September 1st starts, I am wanting fall shades. This is Ciate in the color Cyclone. It's got this brown base, but with this blue shimmer. So it's almost like, you know, that duochrome shade from Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, or the Urban Decay duochrome shade where it has that brown but then it has that bluey shift to it. That's exactly what this is, and that's probably why I love it, because that's one of my favorite eyeshadows to wear in the winter or in the fall. I wear it all the time, so I've been wearing this one so much. So I would wear it, take it off, put it on again, just because I love it that much. Our stamping plate out. We do need a little scraper. Never ever ever use the metal scrapers that some companies put in their things. It scratches up your scrapers. I did that. I learned my lesson. Never again will I do that. So I'm just gonna skip forward. Oh, there's my Plaid nail plate. So a lot of people ask me where I get my nail plates. If you follow me on Instagram, I definitely tell everybody, but it's Born Pretty. They typically have great sales on their website. You could also purchase these off of Amazon as well. These come out of Australia, by the way. And so this is the nail plate that I have. And I think the one that matches my scarf is this middle one right here. Can you see that? I think that's the one that matches my scarf. What I will do is I like to grab something that has like a little bit of, it doesn't have like a whole lot of stripes. Everything that you see that's in that bright silver, that is an empty space. That is a space where polish will pick up. Everything that's in that darker silver, that's what the polish will not pick up. So if you look at this one right here, all these squares, there will be no polish, but these little dotted slash marks will pick up. So I think that might be a good one to put over the top of this, or maybe this one might be a good one as well. But it might get too busy, so I don't know if what's gonna look good. I may have to freehand the gold in there. So that's where I'm going. The other polishes that I'll be using is Out the Door Top Coat, because remember, when you're painting your nails and you want to put a matte top coat, you have to put a regular top coat on first, otherwise this will bleed. It'll take your image and pull it and you'll get streaks. So always put on a top coat, and then once you get done with putting on the regular top coat, then you can go in with your matte polish, and I'll be using the OPI matte top coat. It's my favorite matte top coat. Okay, so I just painted this hand off camera, but it is getting thick. Mama's getting thick. So after this, I guess we'll find out if this actually dries or not. If it does not dry, then I need to go get my thinner out. This isn't a pure white anymore. Like, what the heck? It kind of has like a little tinge of beige in it. It's not as bright white as what it used to be. But that's okay. My goal is to use this baby up. So it's not perfect squares. As you can see, they are rectangles. And then there's different sizes. So we have, you know, one full square done in rectangles, but then you have this dividing piece that's smaller. I always do my pinky because my little pinky fingers are enough to do one stamp and get both of my nails. So I did pre-do that one, but we will stamp the other 4 nails. So let's go back in, coat our stamp. I like doing a rolling motion when I do a pickup. That's what the pickup looks like. And then choose the nail and stamp it. And then I always do the rolly thing, the lint roller on for your clothing. And I just roll the stamp onto this. You don't ever use nail polish remover on this, as it'll dry out your little silicone thingy. Or nail polish remover, and then wipe it away. We're good now. And I like the clear stampers just because you can see your placement. This is a little more giving, so it's a bit easier to use for me. Remember, I have multiple sclerosis, so I have problems with my hands. So I always like to use stuff that's pretty easy going. My fingers are numb. I still try to feel stuff through my fingers because I think it's just muscle memory at this point. Oh, I went on a 15-mile bike ride, and guess what tried to come back? The feeling tried to come back in my fingers after we were like 10 miles down the trail, and it's a 15-mile trail. My fingers were burning so bad because they were trying to wake up. And then by the time we got to the very end, the 15 miles, I could actually feel this finger, or I could feel my ring fingers. That's what it was. My ring, everything else was still burning, numb, but my ring fingers I can feel. So the whole time I was sitting there and I was just doing this and doing this. I was just standing in line doing that. And it was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I could actually feel the pads of my fingers. It was the weirdest sensation ever. I haven't felt my fingers in so long. So I was obsessed with it. So I pretty much scratched them numb all over again. I don't think that could actually happen, but still I scratched them. And then by the time, it took a couple days for, not been getting enough nail polish on here. Make sure you get enough nail polish on here. There, I coated it all. I can't mess up now. So after a couple days from being home, it took a while for it to go back to numb again. But boy, was that very, very, very painful for almost a week, with my fingers just being on complete fire. It was not a fun time at all. Not a fun time. Okay, so I think I would like to do this one with the gold and then stamp that over the top of this, just to kind of give it a little more element of surprise, I guess. Hopefully this OPI polish stamps. That's why I wanted to have some backups just in case it didn't stamp. Gotta do a test. I always like to do a test on my right hand because for photos, I always take photos of my left hand because I have this one nail that is partially missing because of it getting slammed in a door when I was a child. That actually picked up. Do you see that? Can that even focus on it? Come on, camera. Focus. Okay, so that picked up. So let's see if it even shows up. If it doesn't show up, then I'm not even going to worry about it. Oh, it does. Just a little bit. Okay. That kind of gives it a cute little effect. I don't know. Can you see that? Focus. Do you see those little dots? That worked out really perfectly. So you can't really see it. I mean, you really have to get close to my nail to see that there is that gold. So 3 more nails and then we're done. And doing stamping, you actually use quite a bit of nail polish, even though you're not painting all of your nails, you know? There we go. That one is done. So what I'm doing when I'm looking through here, I am, where the gold pieces match up, I'm centering that right on the white. I don't know if you can see that. Come on, focus. So as you can see, that little, where it meets in the center, sits right in that white spot. So yeah, super cute. And I love doing nail art with the polishes that I'm working through because I get to have fun with my nails. It's not just one color. And yeah, it just looks so much better that way. Okay, where do I want this? Right here. We are done. So before I even clean up my skin, I'm going to go through and put on my top coat just so while I'm doing my cleanup, my top coat is drying because I got to do the matte afterwards. And the nice thing about stamping is when you stamp on your nails, that polish is already dry because it's dry before you even transfer it onto your nails. I'm so digging these nails. They're so pretty. Okay, so while my nails are drying from my out the door top coat, I'm gonna go in with my nail polish remover, and so there we go. My plate is completely clean, so it always gets put away clean. I always, you know, do a quick wash off or whatever. Now cleanup time. So this is just an e.l.f. Concealer brush, and I love using these brushes to clean up my polish. Makes it super easy. Then I always like to dab off after I get done cleaning, because it also takes off some of that nail polish that was on the brush, and then I'll dip back in and then work it right in here again. Sometimes there's a lot of polish, so I have to wipe off the brush in between little sections. There's my final nail look. Oh, no, wait, I'm not finalized yet. I just did my cleanup, and now I need to do my matte top coat. Now I'm using OPI's Big Matte Top Coat. I think it's Big Matte. I don't know. It's OPI's Matte. Now remember, I already put on my top coat. That makes the biggest difference on ensuring that your nail polish will not get pulled and run. Even if you have just a plain color on your nails, it'll pick up that color and pull, and you'll end up with a bald spot on your nail. So we do not want that. So always put a top coat on first, and then you can put on your matte top coat. With my inspiration and my final nails. What do you guys think? I think it matches the scarf perfectly on the nails. So yes, here's my inspiration. Here is my nails from the inspiration. I did add that gold glitter to it. I don't know if you can see that. Let's focus. You can see that there's a little bit of pinstriping of gold in with that. It's so delicate and so light, but it looks so pretty. Looks so good. I am thoroughly happy with my nails. So thank you guys for joining me in this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.